Hello, I'm Natalia Locatelli, and I'm the author of JUGGLER Disenchanted. JUGGLER is a story that is great for teenagers and young people. It's about the passage of life and all kinds of different issues that people don't really expect to go through, but everyone goes through. Let me tell you a little bit about JUGGLER. It's about Christopher. He's a young king, struggling just like any other teen to find his way and bring all the skills he needs to become a great king. Now, Christopher is dealing with a lot of issues, including the recent and violent death of his father, so he's already having a lot of problems. Unfortunately, the night that Christopher accidentally dies, everything has changed in a way that he's never expected. And you thought life was difficult when you were still alive. So, right now I'd like to take you into the beginning in which Christopher and all of his nobles have been brought together to celebrate his father's death in the death festivities that are popular in his land. He juggled more and more skulls, all of which seemed to materialize out of thin air, all the while becoming more complex and daring. The crowd howled and applauded, their eyes obsessively following his every move. Eventually, the skulls started vanishing as seamlessly as they had appeared. When the skull juggler only had 3 remaining skulls, the crowd hushed. The finale was coming up. Everyone could sense it, and everyone anticipated something amazing. I glanced away for a moment and noticed something strange. Some members of the audience held black roses identical to the one the skull juggler had given me. I glanced back briefly to find my guard holding the rose limply, his eyes fastened on the performance. He shouldn't have been doing that. He should have been looking around to make sure no one would exploit this opportunity and kill me. It didn't matter. He was as transfixed as everyone else. Seemingly without thought, he lifted the rose to his face and smelled it, as if the scent were something unexpected and beautiful. All of those in the crowd with a rose smelled their own prizes excitedly, murmuring to their friends about their good fortune. Mother whispered how upset she was that she hadn't received a rose, but she continued to smile to hide her irritation. Frederica quickly murmured that she would personally speak with the skull juggler and request a rose specifically for her. Richard was too absorbed to say anything. "A brilliant performance!" Mother cried over the crowd as they applauded. The skull juggler bowed as the last skull vanished. Mother laughed and stood as she applauded. There was a ripple of noise and excited murmuring from the crowd. "Thank you, Your Majesty," he said. He bowed again as the crowd whistled and clapped. "But where is your grand finale?" Mother asked over the noise. I didn't think anyone could hear her over the cheering. The skull juggler tilted his head, throwing shadows over his skull, masks so that the white teeth appeared to be grinning. He bowed low, his cloak sweeping the floor. "This, madame, is my finale," he said. A sudden burst of sound erupted from under the stage. The ground shook and then settled as the skull juggler vanished in a cloud of smoke. The audience began to yell and cheer louder, whooping with excitement. That was the exact moment when every single person holding a black rose fell to the floor, dead. My guard, to whom I had given the rose, was one of them. There was silence at first. The guests hadn't realized what had happened. Then there was the first scream. In the chaos that followed, I couldn't help wondering if the skull juggler had done this on purpose, to honor my father's death. The book is available here at the website at skulljuggler.com and is also available on Amazon. This book makes a wonderful gift and is also available for discounted prices in large numbers.